Welcome to Kickstarter Radio 102.4, and today we're looking at Hel, the last Saga. So let's jump into the highlight reel. Alright, Hel, the last Saga. You look at this on day one, over 3,500 backers, whoa! Now, look at this art, it looks 1 year later, the rest of the clan is joining them. But look at these minis. This game though, no, it's popping with vibrancy. Look at these character boards. Yes! It's a dark world, but our art does not have to be dark. The darkness is in the story, so yes. Look at this, what she's doing. She's got a baby bear, but she's wearing a bear. Did she kill the mother, not realizing it was pregnant, saved the pregnant bear and brought it up as her own? 111 minutes! Oh my goodness, that's massive. Fantastic value proposition, isn't it? Oh my god, look at all these minis! So, I'm impressed so far. And look, the book's so big, it's ring bounded. I love these big, massive, chunky bones. This would be classed as a... No extra chapters come in or anything like that. It's all going to be Pimp Daddy, Pimp Daddy. Look at this. This is something we don't see often in board game design, but a bard. Rulebook will have a quick sneaky peek at that. Okay, here's the camp game board looking fantastic. The big Saga book. Look at it. It's like a choose your own adventure with art inside. Oh my goodness, it looks great. And look at all this colour. Yes! All these things I'm talking about, these are all in the pinnacle of design. It's just like a box of goodness, isn't it? Please, if you know what that dog breed is, put it in the notes. Put a comment, please, if you're a dog person and you know what that is. Ooh, look at these monsters here. They look like something out of John Carpenter's The Thing. The Team. Oh my god, it's not a team, it's an army of people on it. This is what AAA is about. You're hiring a massive amount of peeps. Ooh, 300 plus megabytes. Must be a lot of art in this. Let's have a look. And the exodus began under the opal eye of fate. Gifter, watch over the brave elite. Grant them mercy and support. Showing you what it should look like on the table. So it's a bit like Mansions of Madness, where you've got to find the tile, the correct tile for the setup. It's going down as the most gorgeous one. It's pretty as a picture, isn't it? It's 9.5 out of 10 for an amazing rulebook, and it really should have an index just to put the cherry on the cake. But what a hell of a rulebook, no pun intended. This nice punk text over it, love it. This simply has best game of the year because the Kickstarter campaign looks incredible. But this is Game of the Year material. Well, you heard there in the highlight reel, this is Game of the Year material. Amazing. I'm on the floor with my mouth open, jaw dropping, big time. Knocked me out almost. Fell me off my chair. Alright, let's go to the Kickstarter page right after this important message from the studio, so stay tuned. Kickstarter Radio 102.4 does not stand still. It is constantly evolving. Our Saturday show has just been upgraded to the newest, skinniest version, where we only look at the games we covered in the week in a new, skinnier format. Also, our live show on Sunday has been trimmed off the fat too, and we look at games that we could not cover in the week that are full of promise too. And also, we will be covering all the interesting and cool games that are worth your attention, so it is worth subscribing to this channel just to see all that we offer. So why not subscribe and make this channel even better, as we have a ton of social stretch goals, so this channel gets bigger, better, and better for you, the viewer that loves Kickstarters. So if you're bored of retail, this is the YouTube channel made for you. Alright, Hel, the last Saga. Ooh, survive, explore, fight, and solve the mysteries of a hostile island. Ooh, solo. Yep, a narrative game. All narrative games have solo, very good. But 4-player. A Viking survival horror board. Ooh, it's going to be dark in theme. Yes, indeed. I like the text as well that they're using. And I'll tell you now, this has been done by Mythic, who are becoming a huge AAA Kickstarter board game company. Oh yeah! They were on Kickstarter earlier this year with Steam Watchers, which we covered on the channel, which was epic campaign with its daily unlocks. And now they're back with this monster. I kind of forgot about this because I'm swimming around in Kickstarter games, so there's no surprise. But a nice surprise that I knew. Look at this on day 1, over 3,500 backers. Whoa! Mythic seem to be doing the 14-day campaigns, which is seeming successful for them. No daily unlocks this time around. They're doing stretch goals, as they have a lot of confidence that this game is going to be massive. So we'll see. Now, look at this art! It looks frankly amazing. This video was really cool as well. It actually reminded me of the Witcher computer game. That kind of dark world with these monsters around. But, you know, you're one hero in The Witcher, whereas in this, you have multiple characters. It's very, very cool. But look at this look, and it looks like a lot of people are going to have these kind of side pets with them, which is very cool. Yeah, I'll do a couple of sentences here then. There was a king named Hakan who ruled over the most valiant of the northern clans. He was said to be gifted with the power to hear the gods whisper. And on a moonless winter night, he dreamed of an island where the earth was fertile, the cattle abundant, and where the deities walked alongside the brave. This dream was so lucid and such clarity that when he awoke, he gave instructions for the route to the island to be tattooed onto the back of his most faithful warriors. King Hakan then gathered his champions to embark towards this promised Valhalla. And 1 year later, the rest of the clan is joining them. Dun 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 dun! Yes, this is an 18 game. There's gonna be a lot of violence, blood, we don't know, but oh, it's dark in theme. 90-minute modes, probably. Some might stretch further, but it's just an average maybe they're giving here. And so yeah, it's interesting. You're going to be going to the island and seeing if the faithful warriors survived when you get there. So it's going to be a nice mystery when you get to the island, and we'll see as we go down. But look at these minis. Mythic are they're starting to get and a reputation for good minis. One of the problems that Mythic do is they like to do tiny little minis. So I hope they've made them larger for this game. Certainly this one at the back here, larger than life, is a monster piece, a masterpiece in itself. I love these little enemies as well. There's so much variety and uniqueness about them. They all look very cool. And the heroes here, I love the giant dog here. It's strange, this dog. What kind of dog breed is that? I'm more of a cat person, but the big dogs are like Great Danes, Irish Wolfhounds. But what's this one, a large dog? I don't know. I don't think I'm aware of it. Look at this guy at the back with a one-handed giant sword. I don't think he can attack you with that. That's a two-hander for sure. Definitely. I like that. We've got a barbarian here with a shield on the back. Nice. We've got a ranger here with a nice eagle, which is a stunning mini. Be interesting to see how that works. Looks like a little witch here with a cauldron, and this one with a dog could be some kind of druid or maybe a healer. We don't know. We don't know. This is the mystery of the game. I love these custom dies. I love these player boards. I love player boards where the hero image is standing out all bright and beautiful. And one thing criticizing like these dark games is, oh, we like to do black and white. We might make our art really monotone with maybe one color, black and white and a red. This game, though, no, it's popping with vibrancy. Look at these character boards. Yes, it's a dark world, but our art does not have to be dark. The darkness is in the story, so yes. Oh, yeah. Now this art here is also phenomenal as well, and this is depicting characters in the game, which is, are they lost or damned? So are these the original people that went? I don't think so. Hel, the last saga, is highly narrative campaign game. Paragraphs to read according to what the players accomplish or don't accomplish. Is the negative breaking branches to this campaign? We don't know. The game mechanisms mix exploration, tactical combat with resource management, which is going to be a bit of a key in this game. And it says storytelling and background are ubiquitous. Right? Ubiquitous means it's everywhere. Are they talking about this game or in board gaming Kickstarter games? We'll assume I'm going to assume it's Hel. Story and background are everywhere in this game, and replayability comes from the unique way you have to replay a failed mission. So if you fail a mission, you have to replay it then. Maybe there isn't a negative condition going forward. Why the hell back now? Hey, is that a mosquito whirling around? The bad points of Mexico. Great weather, yes. Too hot weather, and mosquitoes can get too hot. Yeah, the content is so huge we couldn't sell this game at retail. That's Mythic in a nutshell, isn't it? Yeah, Joan of Arc, the 1.5 Kickstarter, if you was coming into that game and wanted the all-in, it was like over $700. So Mythic are not frightened of holding back. No way, Jose. Yeah. This is what we're getting with these big AAAs. They're not frightened of sticking it within a certain price bracket. All right. I'm not going to look at the pledges here. I'm going to keep this a secret so that it may surprise me when I see what they're offering. We like to have a... I've been told my researcher to keep that secret from me, so we don't know. Click to see more. There's apparently clickable stuff as we go down. Oh, we're at the pledges already. Oh, $130. Okay. Look at this, what she's doing. She's got a baby bear, but she's wearing a bear. Did she kill the mother, not realizing it was pregnant? Saved the pregnant bear and brought it up as her own, but has the guilt that she's wearing the mother of the bear. Now that's a dark story. And this knife she's got is the knife that did the killing blow. I'm making that up. Well, sounds cool, doesn't it? And even under this bandaged arm is the huge bite scars she got from the mother she's wearing. I don't know. The art certainly tells a story of her, and if there's narrative everywhere, then why not at the costume? Huh? 111 minutes! Oh my goodness, massive. 13 song boxes. What the heck is that? Oh, look, a Saga book. This must be the story campaign. 200 pages and a whopping 44-page rulebook. Oh, this is a meaty game. 16 heroes. Ooh, why so many? Is there going to be a part where your hero doesn't want to continue? They've reached the goal in life. They die. I don't know. Why would you need 16 heroes? It's interesting how they might make you switch to different heroes. It's one way of keeping a campaign fresh instead of being with the one hero. We saw it with Gloomhaven, and maybe this is doing the same. We've got this giant epic campaign, but if you're playing that warrior for the whole campaign, the gameplay is very similar. So we're going to be doing stuff in the story to mix up the heroes, and this is wonderful. Next generation campaign design on board games. This is where it came from. It's great. Now, there's going to be a camp game board, very nice, and expedition tiles, 60 of them. These are to make apparently they're going to be making these, you know, scenario, or the, I guess it's chapters in the Saga book. 572 cards. Oh my goodness me, there's a lot in this box. This $130 here is looking like a fantastic value proposition, isn't it? With all you're getting here. Vinyl sticker sheets. Oh, why would you need them? There's gonna be a legacy component, I'm guessing. I don't know. Why would you need vinyl stickers? These are removable stickers if they're vinyl, right? Alright, let's go down. Box here is very strange. Are you going to fit that into that box? Or is it a size so big it's mysterious in its nature? How big is that? Oh my god, look at all these minis! And I'm guessing the grey ones are all the enemies. They're going to be these little minis, aren't they? Oh, Mythic with your mini ninnies. Mini minis. Yeah, so they are using these tiles. If it's a campaign, though, are the tiles, should they not be numbered to put down what you're seeing? This is going to be interesting. Apparently, we can look at the book to have a quick look at it, which we certainly will do. But it's nice to come down and, you know, with the mystery of the campaign. I do like to unveil it because it's my little story that I'm telling you, right? Yes. Look at this, the fireplace board, whatever they said, the camp. It's got this giant hole here. Look at that. What is this? And it looks like this could potentially be used for a skirmish, maybe. It looks like there's a battle going on here. And, man, you can see all these characters here. Pretty cool. It looks like there's 3 abilities. Some people with less so. Looks like this child here only has a few. So yeah, much going on, much happening. And what would this look like on the table? It's going to need a big table if you're putting all these tiles out and you've got this board as well. It gives me almost a feeling of Kingdom Death Monster with the big mat in the middle. And stuff going on. I guess these are all good things. If it's reminding me of other stuff, it's a good thing, peeps. Oh yeah. So I'm impressed so far. And look, the book's so big. It's ring bounded. This is fantastic. All right, we're already at stretch goal. So there's only 1 pledge so far. Yep, the Berserk pledge. It's the Saga box. Now, if it's Mythic, are they going to produce an expansion box and then push it to $200? I hope they don't. I hope they come back next year with a 1.5 of this, and like they did with the previous game. They don't want to do a come on. Please don't become come on Mythic. We like you coming back next year with a 1.5 so that other people can get back into this game, because come on titles never go back on Kickstarter, do they? And it's I hate that about them. I hate that they always end up being $300 come-ons. And please Mythic, keep it at that pledge, keep it happy. and keep that. We'll see, won't we? It's a 14-day campaign. We'll know in short order. Oh, it's already been unlocked, the fireplace. Lovely. Threat bags. These are nice with the different levels of threat, maybe? They're certainly nice, aren't they? Wood tokens, get plastic wood tokens. Great. If they're going to pimp out all their tokens on the stretch goal, wow. Alternate sculpts on the enemies. This is definitely needed. One of the things I abhor about minigames is the carbon copy of the minis, which is just lazy design. And so yeah, and it's like, if you've got wood, is this carbon copy wood? Can wood not come in different shapes? Yeah, it can, but it kind of makes things expensive. And but Mythic, it's, we don't compromise Mythic, so you know, is there a chance these could go different as well? You know, a bit of bark sticking out, or you know, more detail on the wood maybe. I guess though what we're getting here is great, but you know, the more individual these minis can get, the more this game becomes something extremely special and what I call a miracle happening on Kickstarter. I love these big, massive, chunky bones. This would be classed as a New York steak coming off the rib. Never experienced these steaks when I was in Europe, but in Mexico you can get them like this. They're massive. And in the United States they might call them a dinosaur rib. Alright, survivors that you meet in the world. So these are the first Vikings that went out there, and they're getting their own minis. Wow, look at this big mini as well. With a bell. Looking good, looking fantastic. More alternate sculpts. More to come, but it looks like there's going to be a bevy of luxury coming to this box, and I dare guess how heavy this box is going to be. It says, the Berserk Pledge contains all the gameplay material, so there's no extra chapters coming or anything like that. It's all going to be Pimp Daddy, Pimp Daddy! So yeah, it just says stretch goals are going to improve the quality, make it more luxurious. I mean, that's why we're on Kickstarter, is for luxury, right? And all these retails that are popping up because of conventions getting cancelled with COVID-19. And as soon as Gen Con cancels, we are going to see Kickstarter overloaded with retailitis. I'm telling you, it's going to be terrible, full of trash. And you'll be able to spot them without stretch goals and without any luxury on top of it. And it's going to be, oh, that's my prediction anyway. Back to hell. Sorry, I went on a bit of a rant there. Quick aside. Oh yeah, so yeah, this is very good, because if they know they're doing stretch goals on quality, they can really double down on that design and really work on that months before the campaign, knowing this stretch goal is going to blow people away. Yeah, so maybe I'll come back and have a look at these and see what my final thoughts are on the campaign, because it is going to evolve, and I like to do part 2s, so we'll see what happens. If it really blows me away, I'll do a part 2 for sure. And it is Mythic after all. They deserve as much coverage as they can, because they are an upcoming AAA campaign, and they deserve more attention in my opinion. Look at this art, man. I'm telling you now, the French design teams across France are blowing me away. All the teams coming from France. And Mythic now, at the tip of the spear, showing the art from the French artists and the design, pushing the design envelope. It's like there's a golden age of design going on in France. And they are sticking it to the Euro freaks from Germany. Ha! We don't like Euros. And it's like a new age. It's not American Ameritrash. This is Le Français design exquisite. There's no name for it yet, but it's basically French beauty is what I'm calling these games. We've seen it with Holy Grail. We're seeing it with Mythic. We're seeing it with tons of games. And if you look at my love letter, a lot of the love letters I'm doing are based on French game design. KiS, the latest one, and Museum. Again, that Museum also coming from France. I mean, wow! I'm getting a side as well. This Kickstarter is just making me full of emotions on the emotions that come out for Kickstarter for me. I'm so passionate for this. I love this whole new hobby. Look at this monster here with these green eyes. Ooh. It's like a teasing, isn't it? And there's like this darkness, an unknown darkness to this game, which is going to be great to explore. Again, it's a horror. Ooh, look at this giant freak. How are you going to take him down? And I find it interesting when certain people in the industry always go, yes, but how would these people brush their teeth and do their hair in the morning, you know, and what do they eat for? And it's like, it's the most anal thing to say about a game, isn't it? It's got an artistic license. We like the artistic license. We don't need to think every second detail to, you know, it's silly. I like how they're showing the minis, just the backs of the minis. We will face our enemies. I love the little guy down here. Still lots of mystery in this game, very good. Narrative all the way. Looks certainly like you're not getting overblown by narrative. And oh, look at this! Choose your own adventure, giving you 8 paths to go. Oh. And then if you just get a glimpse of it here on the right, it says choose between these 2 options, and it's going 170 or 240, so it is very choose your own adventure in its design element. Remember, the replayability is coming here within the story. The game engine is based on the discovery of or the triggering of events that lead to narrative chapters. Dun, 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 dun. It's looking epic, isn't it? And I love campaign games, and this game is showing me a good time here. Good time. Look at this. This is something we don't see often in board game design, but a bard. Yeah, a bard. It's an integral part of support classes in RPGs, and we don't see them as too much, do we? So it's great. Like I said, the French designers are pushing the envelope of board game design. This is the next generation. You're going to be playing strong characters here. They're going to have their own story. Fantastic. Strengths and weaknesses, of course. And you're going to learn about them as you play. Again, it's going to be mixing you up, I think, to force you to have different play styles. You will learn how to play them by acquiring new individual hero cards in a non-linear way. Oh, that sounds like it's a random deck if it's non-linear. Some of these cards will be the result of choices you made during the adventure, so some are going to be linear potentially. So mix of this, mix of the other. Oh, these are the song boxes. Chant 1. These are scenario based. Oh, there's a lot of these though, isn't there? I can't remember, there's more than 10 of these boxes. So these are going to be scouting missions, rescue parties, raids, escaping, defending, investigating, intrigue. Yeah, I'm intrigued. Whether it's on the modular board, or the wilderness game board, or in the colony camp. The expandable wilderness game board. What's that? Each scenario provides a new challenge to overcome in order to gain access to the next scenario. If they're linked like that, though, it's a chain of scenarios, and that's a campaign. Isn't it? A scenario means my scenario doesn't affect the next scenario, but if you must do one before you do the other, then it is affecting the next scenario. Anyway, predators and prey. Oh, what's happening? Use your perception and your pets to detect these threats before you face them, as an ambush can be fatal. Your enemies are going to be vicious enough to target the most vulnerable or the highest ranking members in your group. So the AI here is going to be bullying certain play characters. A worship system. Beg your gods to help you. Oh, okay. This is the Viking Norse culture. Survival. Yeah, you're going to have to hunt for food, collect wood for the heat, and other good stuff like that. So you can really get into the theme here, really get into the immersion of the world, especially if you're a hunter-gatherer and trying to keep the camp warm and stuff. So this is all good to see, and you can see these tile art. Oh my god, it's so good. The painter's brush is going everywhere. It's phenomenal. Ooh. Night will eventually fall. The second half of the campaign will take place in darkness. What? But only heroes who survive long enough will see the sunset. New rules, new threats, new objectives. How's that going to work? Rulebook will have a quick sneaky peek at that when we get to the end of the page, as we normally do. And if the rulebook, going through the rulebook for you is as boring as watching paint, remember there is show notes. Go down to the show notes to skip that part when you get to it, to go to the next section of the video. Yep, the art is phenomenal, isn't it? It really is cool, and it certainly has this darkness to it. Love it. To stay in the camp or go and explore. Okay, here's the camp game board looking fantastic. It looks like it's got a depth as well. Look, it has like this lower section here going into, there's like a little waterfall here into like a, I'm guessing this is where your boat came in, and you set up camp just here. It looks great, and look, it looks like it's got a hole here. I love how the art on this board is blowing everyone out of the water. I'm saying, if anything that could be improved here, you don't need white hexagons all the way around. You can cut this in the middle, like we saw with Common's. I forgot the name of the campaign. There you go. That's what happens when you're swimming in Kickstarter games. You just forget name. I'm getting old. Double-sided tiles. These are 7 centimeters. These are fairly chunky. It's almost it would fit on the keypad of your keyboard. That's roughly 7 centimeters. Your 4, 5, 6 on the keyboard. Yeah, they're nice and chunky big. And again, if you're choose your own adventure, is it random? Like, is it not telling you to put certain tiles down? We'll find that in the book when we see the scenario. These are the big scenario boxes, which sounds great. Again, it's all going to be hidden, isn't it? When you open the box, it has that nice surprise. The big Saga book. Look at it! It's like a choose your own adventure with art inside. Oh my goodness, it looks great. And look at all this colour. Yes! But it's not grim and dark, the world. It's just what is happening, which is dark. Remember that. And I love this as well because it's going to really impress upon the painters of the minis that want to put the colour on the minis too. And because you've got a good contrast then. You've got these wonderful, vibrant minis in a dark world that's happening, and it has that beautiful deep contrast, because when you play Tainted Grail you've got like this dark characters in a dark world, and it's just dark, too much darkness, and there's no contrast to make one stand out, whereas here it will. So yeah, it's good to see. And of course all these characters have a bit of history. The history will tell you about what's happening in the pictures, I'd say. And yeah, and it's got a good selection of old, young, men, women. Yeah, it's phenomenal. Small dice, medium dice. These small dice, do we need them in the game industry? I know some Americans have got fists the size of melons, right? You know, these big, you know, obese people that play games. These small dice, they abhor, they hate these things because they've got just chunky mitts. Not me. I don't mind picking them up. They're just very, very small, because I don't know if you've played Circadian's First Light, but the dice in that game are just too small when they could have been bigger. All right, hostile cards, 100 different enemies. I wonder if you get the same enemy, will it behave differently? We saw this with our KiS. Different enemies are going to do a different attack. Even if it's the same enemy, if there's two crabs, one crab may do something different. So, you know, it's the variability in the similar cards, because even Madara is doing that. They're specifically bringing out an add-on for Madara, which makes sure that every enemy in the game, it's going to have you don't know what the combat is going to be like with them, even if you faced that enemy type before, because it will have a different potential AI. Yes. All these things I'm talking about, these are all in the pinnacle of design for board games, and if they include these things, it means not only are you getting the pinnacle of design on that Kickstarter, but you're looking at a hot property. Loads of these Fate cards. Look at these, they've got A, B, C, D choices on them. Some mystery. 90 hero cards. It looks like there's going to be cards specific to certain heroes, as they'll all have their own specialism. Item cards as well, looking great. Prayer cards, still interesting. Mini buff that you could potentially pull. Special action cards. Ooh. It's just like a box of goodness, isn't it? And objective cards. Well, very strange. These ones dark. You get a story map, and here's your sticker sheets. I don't know, 800 comments. Someone must be asking it, can you take these stickers off? I think if they're vinyl, that automatically means, does that mean that they're replaceable? The clan board. And these are all the tokens that are getting changed into miniatures because Mythic are wonderful. Man, look at these minis! How big are they? I love this bear gun. The story of her armor and the bear that she has, the baby bear. Great. How did he lose his eye? He's also wearing some sort of animal as well. I love the animal furs that they've got on them. What is that thing with Yorick here? Love the eagle, looking phenomenal. Love this massive two-hander sword. Yes. And Gerulf, what are you? Is he holding a cat? I like this. Animals everywhere. The bard, of course, I'm already in love with it because it's a bard, and you've got Petronia with a giant dog. Please, if you know what that dog breed is, put it in the notes. Put a comment, please, if you're a dog person and you know what that is. Frody here looks like the blacksmith. Blacksmiths don't like to wear clothes because it's so hot in the smithy. So, and he's got his hammer here. What's his story? And the witch character here, the mystic. Look at the wood staff looking great. And she has the owl on the shoulder there. Oh, yes! I love that the mini has a smoke coming out of the cauldron as well. Yeah, no, here. Look at this dude. They all look great. And, of course, they all have their own story mystery. They all have their own special cards and that, and you're going to be in for a treat playing these. You can click to see more here if you want. If you want spoilers, you can, if you wish. And I think it looks like you're going to see them painted up here. Yeah, so you know, the video will go even longer if I look at everything. So this is for you to go and explore on your own. And you can click to see more of the minis if you wish. So, good to see. And I like these click to see more stuff because you get it in super high definition. Oh, look at this one of a pregnant woman. Look, I love the smoke coming out of these things. I love it, love it, love it, love it. These are the lost ones. These are the old Vikings. Look at her, what she's wearing. The hunt. This, if you've got scenarios where you're going hunting monsters and stuff, it's going to be great, isn't it? Five mystery boxes. Will you achieve your greater goal and find King Hakon? Is he a friend, a foe? Is he alive or is he dead? Is he the end boss? The cliche. Ooh, look at this. A bear full of blood all around his face. Nice. Yeah, they look spectacular, these minis, especially painted. Of course they do. You got a professional team painting them. And good to inspire painters out there and to inspire what potentially these minis can give you. Look at that frosting on the bottom. Oh man, this is what I call miniature pornography. You just want to look at it. Ooh, look at these monsters here. They look like something out of John Carpenter's The Thing, which is again another good thing. So yeah, good. We've got playthroughs, so you can see what it looks like on the table. You know how it's working. You'll get more questions answered here, and of course Mythic will probably have more videos coming through as well, which is all good. And different language support, of course. They're multinational now. Now there is an introduction here. We'll look at this, but I'm not going to show it in the video. But I'll give you my thoughts when we come back from the rulebook to the Kickstarter page. I'm just going to say if I like it or whatnot. I'll just give you like a quick summary of what I think about it, and I'm only going to look at them. I'm not going to give you a spoiler, you know. I know people don't like spoilers, and this is why it's click here in case you're worried about it. So, the team. Oh my god, it's not a team, it's an army of people on it. This is what AAA is about. You're hiring a massive amount of peeps. Yeah, loads of sculptors, loads of artists, lots of game developers, lots of designers, and painters, yeah, graphic design, all done. It looks like an amazing job. And the video game narrator. If you want to hire me for one of your videos in the future, I'll do all the voice acting if you send me the game for free. There's the deal. Because it's costing you $100 plus from these narrators, isn't it? I'll just do it for the box. I'll do it for the game. Yeah, I didn't think the narrator in the video was too good. In fact, there's 2 voices in them, yeah. They hired 2 peeps for it. Alright, and hopefully we'll get Sam Healy and Leonardis here. They're both communication directors. I hope these 2 get together and tell us more about what to expect in the campaign, and to do FAQs like they did with Steam Watchers. This will be highly appreciated. So if you're on the fence, I would maybe $1 pledge this so you get the updates in your email to see what they're doing, but there will be activities where you can ask them questions yourself as well. And just looking over here at the pledge, it is June 2021, so long time to go. And my understanding is, yeah, they've got games in development still. They've addressed this in the FAQ up here, is my understanding. Shipping with Mythic can be very expensive, and even to the USA here, $34 the box. We don't know how big it is. We don't know how heavy it's going to be, so can be a little worrying, especially if Mexico is 105 euros when we've got the UMCA deal enacted now. And yeah, prices should be coming down for Mexico, so I always have to $1 pledge to see what the shipping is going to be. Now, this is what I have to do now, because, for example, Starlight, they said shipping to Mexico was going to be between $40 $60, and the shipping to Mexico is $120, which is outrageous, isn't it? So, you know, you got to ask for your money back when they're asking for $158 for shipping. I wish these companies were using, because if you look, for example, at Holy Grail, they have 6 shipping partners that, you know, they've done research to get the best shipping in all areas across the world. And so yeah, and Kima, that's the other French company. So I know there's like a French unionizing going on of all the companies talking. So all the French Kickstarter companies just talk to each other about shipping, because it's it closes off people from backing your project when the shipping is too much. So yeah, just, and I'm sure you'll be helping everybody if you do that. All right, we're at the end. We're going to go to the rulebook, go to the show notes if you just want to come back. When we come back, I'll quickly tell you about what the scenario book is like, and then we'll flash through the FAQ and updates. That won't take too long, and then we'll wrap up the video. So we'll go to the rulebook right after this. A big thanks to our subscribers as we've smashed the 250 sub goal, and new music will be pouring into all our new videos. The next stretch goal is the big 500, which we're calling the Day 1 live event. If there's any giant Kickstarter games coming out, we will do a live stream as soon as it breaks, so you can watch our first impressions of the hottest Kickstarter games. Also, if this unlocks, we will be bringing you all of the games that have those pesky early bird deals, so you can get the action when it comes, so you never miss the opportunity to unlock something really cool that you may have to pay in the add-ons. So this will make sure our program is heading towards the best we can do for you, and you will help make the station become the best damn Kickstarter board game channel that there is. Help us evolve the channel by simply subscribing. Alright, here's a Hel book. Ooh, 300 plus megabytes. Must be a lot of art in this. Let's have a look. Nice. abstract picture on the wall, like caveman art. Really cool. Oh, and the art continues. Look at this amazing art when we go in about the thing that I read at the beginning. And it continues. And the exodus began under the opal eye of fate. Gifter, watch over the brave elite, grant them mercy and support. It's with the winds and the rags of foam that we float on the tumultuous hair of Agil's daughters. Treacherous mermaids who first guide us and whisper our praise, then lead us straight into stormy hands which Aegir, father of the waters, manipulates with rage. We continue our journey winding through rocks whose top hide in the clouds. How to not lose more men and reason when facing this maze. Are we alone in the face of fate, guided by the tortured souls of our own brothers? Seems that we gave up too hastily to despair. Earth! Land! Straight ahead! Where have our brothers gone, who left several solstices ago? The answer is there, straight ahead of us, and our fleet, not quite defeated, so victorious, will discover the mysteries behind the silence of our predecessors. Wow! Yep, all looking great, and they've put an appendix at the back here, but no! Index! Put an index at the back, please! Page. Put an extra page for index. Come on, look, it's detailed as heck. You need an index. Beautiful as we go in. All game components, so you can identify what things are when they're coming out of the box. Excellent, with all the hero minis featured here. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Talking about little things here. I don't know why it jumps into this at the beginning. I don't know why it doesn't do a first play set up on the table thing to get you in, but I'm guessing it is what it is. It's going at the heroes here, explaining the boards, which is very, very cool, and item card looking at. The art through here, it looks so beautiful and professionally made already, doesn't it? Highly detailed. And so yeah, we just don't have that picture of the setup on the board and how you position things up on the table or anything like that. That might be in the scenario book, but here, I mean, you have to go to page 26 before we see a setup of a scenario. And interestingly, this scenario here is showing you what it should look like on the table. So it's a bit like Mansions of Madness, where you've got to find the correct tile for the setup, which can be tedious when you've got so many tiles. Anyhow. There's that dog again. I keep talking about this dog. In the art, it looks smaller than it did on the mini, and it looks like a German Rottweiler. Anyhow, talking about game time, it all looks like it's been done. It looks like it's way past its alpha and beta. It looks like it's in its final pass, this rulebook. And talking about the mechanics of the ambush here, search and stuff. I mean, it's gorgeous, isn't it? It truly is gorgeous. Might be difficult to read through it though in one session, and you might have to accompany this with a how to play online. It'd be great if they did because I like reading a rulebook and then watching a how to play online, because it backs up what I read in the rulebook. And it'd be great if they do an official one with these, especially if it was Sam Healy. That'd be great. So yeah, I mean, is this not the most gorgeous rulebook of the year? It definitely is going down as the most gorgeous one. It's pretty as a picture, isn't it? And yeah, I like here, not mentioned on the main Kickstarter page, but you can save a game here, and you get that's what that book is all about, where you can save progress of all your characters. And yeah, very good. It talks about here the conclusion of the saga. it says that the last song box here, there's a reading of the concluding paragraph here. It may take into several conclusions which will take into effect all the actions performed by the heroes during the saga, and you should try to reach a conclusion that seems the most satisfying for you, but perhaps at one point each of the heroes and therefore each of the players will not be pursuing the same goal as others. So here it's talking about the heroes having different goals, and can you trust them? There's a little bit of this, that and the other. Really, really cool. Appendix here, nice glossary credits. Where's your index? So it gets 9.5 out of 10 for an amazing rulebook, and it really should have an index just to put the cherry on the cake. But what a hell of a rulebook, no pun intended. All right, let's go back to the Kickstarter page, and I'll tell you about the scenario links on the main Kickstarter page. All right, now the links that talk about the story so far, etc. down here, I'd actually go and it's non-spoiler at all, and I'd actually read it for more information on it, but it sounds incredible. It really does sound incredible. I don't want to spoil it for you, just go there. It's nice. It's like a blog from the official Mythic web pages, and they really are fantastic to read through and tell you about how things are going to be from the pillar point of view, the design of going forward. But yeah, oh man, this is going to be potentially up there for the game of the year. I'm going to say that right here now. FAQ, very quick. You can $1 pledge, of course you can. And anyone on the fence, put a $1 pledge in just for the updates. That'll be perfect. Or stick a reminder on, like I have, so you can come here near the end and go wow, 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 wow at all the stretch goals, and then put your pledge in then. Solo mode's coming during the campaign, so hold your horses if you're a solo player. That is certainly coming, and it talks about the other Mythic games that are out there. This is normal stuff from the big AAA publishers, and it doesn't concern me. If anything concerns me, it's the Siemens financial report from 2019 when they're a going concern, and we've still not seen their 2019 figures. I mean, what are the accountants doing? It's May and you've still not got your accounting done. Sounds fishy, doesn't it? That's why I didn't end up backing Ank. But anyway, that's another aside. Anyway, updates. Yeah, I love Mythic. They're on the ball with their updates. Already talking about smashing through the stretch goals on day one, and the road beginning. And the update pages are full of great art with this nice punk text over it. Love it. And yeah, nice closer up of the minis around the fire. It looks really cool, doesn't it? More talking about components and stuff like that. So all very, very good. Let's go back to the campaign page. Hel, the last saga. Wow, if this doesn't get Kickstarter of the week on Saturday's show this week on, then this will be the best week on Kickstarter of the year, because this simply has best game of the year already there. I'd put it in the top 10 easily, because the Kickstarter campaign looks incredible. With all those links for more information on the blog, so to fill you in with more information of the design prospect, and then you've got the playthroughs to go through. Yes, absolutely, you should be 100% looking into this game. Remember, this video is just part of your research that you should be doing for any Kickstarter. And so yeah, go and enjoy the official blogs, go and enjoy the playthroughs, and oh my goodness, we are in for a treat. Some things that were missing are size of miniatures. We don't know that. Size of the box. We don't know that. We don't know the weight of the box. We don't know that. Simple stuff. But, yes. Hel, the last saga. It was forgotten, but what a surprise. What a surprise. And yes, this is Game of the Year material. What can I say? Recommended? Absolutely. Go for it big time, peeps. Absolutely. There's nothing bad about this. But please put an index on your rulebook. And with that bombshell, you've been listening to Kickstarter Radio 102.4. I'm your host, Lipstickpaddy. You take care, stay safe, and bye-bye for now.